twins, TKKT. Beauty and wet in them big bags. We always go up, we never go down. When they say we not fine, we always boost up. What's our beauty? Either be modest, who always show on the bloggers in magazine. Always looking forward, they never look back. On my prayers of moving. Higher. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Beauty and the Baby World. We are the Theposhtwins. So guys, as you can see by the title below, we're gonna be doing what? Things guys do that girls hate. So guys, but before we get into this video, I want to say a very big shout out to everybody who has been taking their time to watch our video. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for loving us. Thank you so much for loving us. Thank you so much. So guys, we are doing our own edition of things guys do that girls hate, like things that typically guys do. Yeah, that we actually hate generally. So we are talking for almost all the ladies. So guys, to the male watching it, so watch out so that you learn from it, so that you guys can learn from it. Okay, yeah, these are things, so you can at least make corrections and something like that. So guys, before we get to the video, we want to tell you guys that if you are just joining our channel, can you please click the subscribe button right now? Please. Guys, please click the subscribe button. Click it right now. This is it. You just click it, please. It doesn't take you half a second. And make sure you give this a very big thumb up. Like there's a big thumb up over there. Click on it and turn on your post notifications so you can get to see our next video. So let's get right into the video. First thing that guys do that girls hate is when they do too much in front of their friends. As in, you know, one thing about them is that when they are in front of their friend, even when you guys are not in a relationship, maybe they see you with someone, or maybe you are passing by and they're with their friend, they'll be like doing too much, like, oh, come here. They'll start touching you, be touchy with you, started saying all this kind of rubbish. I feel like, oh my god, dude, what are you doing? Like, what's all this? Like something they've never done before, trying to be touchy, trying to say, oh, she's my wife, she's my this. You know, I kind of feel irritated when you're doing that kind of thing in front of. Stop doing too much in front of your friends, please, and please stop doing it. Like, you know, for me, I feel like what something that these are things that I hate about guys when they're being touchy in front of their friends. Like, you're not the kind of person they want to be like, they are being the bossy type. They'll be like, hey, come here. They want to be a commanding tone. There's this kind of commanding tone they kind of use when they're in front of, like, what's wrong? So I hate it when guys, like, they kind of want to show their friends that, oh, I'm the money type. Oh, yeah, you can show your girl out that, oh yeah, this is my girl. But stop doing too much. And even when you are not even in a relationship with them, exactly, that's when these are things I hate most. Like, you're just my like guy friend. We are just like friend. So when you not see your guy friends, you want to start. No, they won't start like, I know her. Like, no, not even like I know her. They won't start putting like we have a relationship together. Like, I don't get, like, that's when you be like, babe, you start coming. Babe. No, not that. They'll just say, come here. Yes, like, come here. Like, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, why you tell me just come here? Like, I don't get like, if you remember this kind of incident, there was this guy friend like that. My sister and I were just coming back from work actually, and because he was in front of his friend, he wanna be like bossy and just like, hey, come here. God, I was so mad that I was just like, what's wrong with this guy? This guy is the kind of person like, you walk up to you, I'm like, oh, hi. You talk them to, but that day was like with the commanding tone, like, you want to be like, I know them, I do this. So guys, please stop doing that. Stop doing too much in front of your friends. I just don't like this. It's not good. It's like, it's not for you guys. I swear, it's not for you guys. Please stop it. Second things that guys do that girls hate, like being a cocky man. I hate it. Like, I hate it so much. Like when you kind of brag, like you brag. I don't know why guys think like if you're in a car, it makes you feel like, maybe like they'll love you more. Like they'll love you more. You know, one thing about them, like, is that they'll not start flinging the car keys, like they'll be like, hey babe, what's up? Like, I don't get not even that alone. One thing about them being cocky is that when they see you and they'll start to brag like, oh, as you're looking at me, I have a house, I just bought a car. Exactly. Like, I don't get, I have more than $1 million. Like, I don't get, like, some people, when some sees you, that's when they bring out money from their pocket. They'll start counting. Boy, that's your parents' money, not your money. Like, I don't get it. Like, you also can stop being a cocky man. Like, don't brag about your looks. Don't brag. Just be modest. Just be yourself. I don't get, like, you know, when you want to wait girl out or we want to wait lady, I would just be like, did you see me? I just came back from America. Someone will be like, my dad was an American. My mom is from Nigeria. I'll be like, so that thing is a very big turn off for me, especially when I hate when guys brag. I mean, when we first met, I hate when you brag. Like, I hate, even though if you are rich, like you are fleetly rich, you don't need to say it out. If you're rich, you don't need to say that before someone knows that you are rich. If you are good looking, you don't need to say it out before you know. One thing about them I hate is that the reason why it's a very big turn off for me is that they have this kind of attitude. Maybe when they first know you, they'll start like telling you, or they'll feel like carrying the car around in front of you. You know, you being in a car is very turn off for me, especially when you're trying to be cocky with it. No, you know the funniest part again is that when like I'm going on the roadside and you drive around, or you drive around, and then you now start honking the car for me. Like, I don't get bullshit. Like, you now start honking, you stop right at somewhere, and then you expect me to come and meet you in your car. Like, for what? No, I just, like, I could walk past you, like, exactly. That happened to me like 2 weeks ago. The guy was driving by me, and it was honking the car, like, repeatedly. To come for what? So you don't come down because no. The funniest part is that I didn't even answer him. Do you know the funniest part is that he now went to go and stay parked down the junction there. He now went down his class. I was looking at him. I was not. I think he looked out of the window. He was not telling me come. I just like this. This is what I did. I just don't like it. I hate it so much when you're being cocky. Like when I'll be like, if you want to wait a lady out in your car, you can park somewhere, then come down and come and meet the lady. That's the way gentleman acts. Not like you being all when you see a lady, you be like, oh, I have this money, I have this. That doesn't mean the lady's gonna like you. I think that's why some guys fall into some traps, or I don't know, but I just hate it when guys especially when you be modest. Yeah. If you ask a girl out, even if you have a car, you don't need to brag. It's not even about car or something. Like, I mean, I'm working in this so no, I mean, see, let me tell you something. If you have money, if you have a car, you don't need to tell people that you have this thing before they know you have it. Of course, it doesn't mean that if a guy is gonna love you, she's gonna love you even if you don't have it. And even if you have it, the guys has this kind of mentality that when they have like cars or when they have like money, girls, I don't know. I'm talking about my own opinion personally. I don't know. I'm the kind of person, like, I'm not really like, I could love a guy that is still like, that I know he has a better future, he has a bright future, and is like, he has is motivated to do more better than the guy that I just like, his parents just give him all the things he wants. He doesn't have the life experience. So I don't know. I would like put it because I'm like a little bit angry right now about saying this thing, because these are things that do occur every time, and I think guys should take notice of it. Like, do not brag and do not be like, oh yeah, this is the statement that I said I wanted to say. Like, the guys be like, oh, don't worry, once you have a car key or once you have an iPhone, the girl's just gonna fall for you. I actually don't blame them in one aspect. Like, if you have an iPhone, like, because you have an iPhone, it's like a material thing to me. Like, it doesn't move me. It doesn't move me at all. Exactly. So stop trying to like show it off. Some they won't like this. Say, look at me, they won't talk to you. You know. You get me yesterday. Like that was actually turn on for me. You hold a big iPad. Just because, like, you can use the earpiece and put the earpiece in your head. Now on a big iPad and start talking on the road. So for someone to see that you're holding a big iPad, I don't get it. Stop being cocky. Like, please. Stop. Stop, please. It's not good, please. Let's go to the next question. It doesn't suit you. Because I'm getting angry actually. So let's go to the next question. Thinking we need to spill the bee on the first date. You know, people have this kind of mental. Don't quote me wrong. Yeah, we are a very independent woman actually. But I feel like when you ask a girl out on a date, you need to pay. You don't need to wait for her to spill the bill with you. And even if she's the one that asks you out on a date, I feel like you should pay the one that is very expensive and she should pay the lower part. But to me, I feel like if you make a girl spill the bill actually for you on the first date, I feel like it make you look not manly, you know. She'll feel like both of you are the same thing. No, wait, let me take it from this place. Okay. Actually, if you're taking me out on a date, you'll be like, oh, let's go out, let's go on, I'm gonna chill. I think you should know your budget. You should know you should know the capability of something that you can do. So there's no need of you asking the lady. You just be like, oh, I just want to take you out to something. So you should be the one paying the bill. If I'm the one that wants to take you out on a date, then I can say that, like, yeah, I'm paying the bill. But if a man that you know that, okay, you're manly enough, then you'll be like, oh, no, do not pay it, or let's pay the bill. But on the first date, like, you're the one taking me out on the first date, you know, I don't think you have to tell me to spill the bill. No, the reason why I said, even if it's the lady asking you out on the date, you know, there are some things like, oh, babe, I think the money with me is not much. I feel like, to make you like, but wait, on the first date, do you think a lady will ask a guy out on the first date? It actually happened. You know, it might not happen to me actually. I've never asked a guy out on a date. You get me? I can chill out with my friends, but you know, I think I've heard about it where a lady actually asked a guy out on a date. I feel like, to me, you can pay the expense. I know she's the one asking you out on a date. You can pay the expensive part, you know, as a man, and let her pay the little part of it. Like, she's independent. For her to say, let's go out on a date, that means she can afford where she's going to as well. But to make it look like, oh, you're manly, yeah, you're this kind of gentleman, at least on that first date, you're supposed to pay the bill. You don't expect to share to spill the bill with her. Well, I totally don't agree. But to me, spilling the bill on the first date is very wrong. If you're asking me out on the first date, then spilling the bill with you is very wrong. It's, like, it's very wrong. So I hate it. Why I hate it when you be like, oh, we go on a date. You know you're taking me out on a date. Let me tell you something. If you know you're taking me out on a date and you don't like have much money for a restaurant, don't take me to restaurants. Then I give me. I feel like then I give me Pepsi to just drink Pepsi only and start talking. I don't get it. No, I feel like these guys nowadays. I think the way they act, maybe I don't know. So sorry. Like I'm talking to the 20s people. Like when you are going out on a date with a guy, first look at your budget. If I think there's a lot of things you can do on a first date. It doesn't mean you go to a very expensive restaurant. I don't even need a restaurant. We might go to a museum. And we can do a picnic date. You can just get small shops. Like, get all this kind of don't do too much. Don't do too much. Whereby you feel like, oh, she spent on my money. Like, why would you take her on an expensive date where you know that, oh, I don't have that much kind of money? Of course. Like, don't need it. Or you take me to a big restaurant now and you expected me, then you'll be like, oh, this is price. Oh no, they'll tell you order for what you want. And you expect, I'm not gonna go. But I didn't know your budget actually because you didn't tell me about your budget. So I'm gonna order what I want to do, and you feel like, oh, she's a glutton. No, I'm not. No, this is not about you telling someone she's a glutton. You take her to an expensive restaurant. You're supposed to know that anything she orders there is going to be on a very high order. But if you take her to a very small place, like if you think you don't have the money, take her to Buka. Yeah. Me, I love Buka. I love it. I really love it. Take me to Buka. Let me order Amala. This rice. Me and Beauty, we actually went out with one of our guy friends. Actually, has been disturbing us. Oh, Beauty, well, let's go out on it. Do you know one thing the guy did that impressed me actually is that he just took us to all these small shop joints, and like, then we had so much fun. Like I'm really kind of person. Like I don't really how will I say it? Do your Oscar. I'm not kind of person like I don't really care where you take me to. In as much as I have fun with you and we get to know each other better. He just took us out and it was like egg roll. I think we ordered for egg roll and some soft drinks. Yeah. Actually, I ordered like 2. Welt egg, just only 1, and it was so like I don't really look down on him. I don't be like that was his capability, and I'm really like that's it. But don't take me to a big restaurant when you know you don't even have that much money in your pocket. I can't know. So don't take me out on it. Like don't put my expectations. So what I want to just say that don't spill a bill with a girl on the first date. It's very wrong. So just go to your capability. If you know it's 100 naira is with you, or if you know you think it's 2,000 naira, go to where you think you can. At least if she order for Amala, even rice. She can't eat more than 500 naira on. Let's say 1.5. So that's just it. If we could even do sharing together, I don't know. That's me though. We could share the plate together and eat together in the same plate. So you don't have to like that's it. That's the things that guys do that girls actually. We actually hate it. Like we actually. Another thing that guys do that girls hate is saying I love you without being in a relationship. As in that's one of the things I hate most. Like, to stop, if we're not in a relationship, stop texting me I love you. Yeah, I use I love you with my cousins, I use it to my siblings, but you know, this kind of guys make it more irritating. Like, they'll start sending you this kind of text message, all this, they even copied it to, it's not what they formed themselves. Forwarded message. Yes, forwarded message. They'll send it to me like, you are the love of my life. I love. Stop telling me you love me. No, the thing is that when we got to know each other, I don't know if you have you might have what do you call this thing? You might have this intention in you, maybe to woo me out or something, but maybe we are like still friends. I hate it when you be like, you see me today, like just today, you just met me today, and the next thing that you collected my number, the next you just be like, you love me. How will you love me on the same day you just met me? I don't get it. Like that was. I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in what we call as an attraction. I see you and there's something that attracted me to you that make me like you, but that's not love. I don't get it. You see like first day and you sent me a message that I love you. For what? Please, madam. Also, because I don't get these are things that guys do that girls hate. I hate it naturally. I don't know. Girls, you can comment down what you think guys do that guys do that you hate under the comment section, but I'm talking generally. I'm talking about myself too. Like you met me today, the next day, and you started sending me messages like, "Oh, you're the love of my life." Like when did I become the love of your life? Like we've never even take our relationship official. So how am I? You start telling me that you're dreaming about me. You met me today, and now are you dreaming about me? Oh my god! Like how are you dreaming about me? That thing is irritating. It's very irritating. Please stop doing it. Please, I'm begging you. Please stop doing it. You could say I like you. Yeah, that's a very normal thing to do. But do not be like I'm not saying you can't like really say out your feelings, but the person you just met on the first day, you can't just love them straightforward. No. It's impossible. Please stop doing that. Please. Just see me and just be like, I love you. Just be like, oh, you are the first. Like, on the first day you met. Do you know the most funny person? Even when they met you on the first day, it's like, I love you. I can't wait for you to be my wife. I can't wait for you to be my girlfriend. That's very wrong. It's very irritating actually. It's very most of the time inside me I feel like punching you or slapping you. Slapping that love of my life out of your life. You still compose a message, like big message for me as a text message in the morning. I even hate text message. I'm like, no, I love text message, but if we're not in that kind of stop saying it irritates me. But I won't stop saying I love you. Especially when they you know one thing about them is that they did not compose this thing themselves. It's a forward message. They copied it from Google. I don't care if it's a forward message or if it's not a forward message. In as much we just met. Even though it's 1 week, I would never like really been in an official or be like, you know, there's a place you get into in a friendship, like you be like, okay, yeah, you can like start confessing yourself. Not like you just saw me to this thing happens a lot on Facebook too. Like when someone will just message you up, you just be like, oh, I love you. I'll just be like, you love me. You have never seen me before. You don't know what kind of person I am. You don't know the character I have. You don't know where I came from. You just love me. Or someone will just see you on the road. They think that we just be like, I love you. Please. I don't know who is raising this man. Yeah, there are a lot of good men outside, but I think some guys do this, and I think they don't know. I think they felt like saying that out on the first day will make the guy feel good. Like who raised them? Like who raised these men? Who raised them? Stop it. I know I'm very dramatic, but it's like, okay, another thing is that guys do that girls hate is when they fat shame. Like guys will be like, this is it. They'll be like, oh, I love you, you're so beautiful. It's just that I don't like slim girls. Or I love you so much. I like you, but you don't like big breasts. I love girls with big breasts, but yeah, I can still like stop. Like you don't even say it, like they'll say, oh my god, you are very. They'll start with that complaint like, you are very beautiful, but I like it when my girlfriend is very slim. Like you can compliment without being this fat shame. Like stop it. It's not good. Even though you love a very slim girl, go to a slim girl and tell her you love her. Stop being like, oh, you are very beautiful. Or you be like, oh, I love you so much, bro. I don't like girls that put on hijabs. I don't really like it. Like it doesn't show your beauty a lot. I don't get it. Like what I please stop doing it. Please stop fat shaming, please. If you think you don't really like the girl, or if please you can talk modesty without putting those fat shaming in it. I know some guys actually did it, especially like they'll started complimenting you actually. They wanted to compliment you actually, but they'll just like spoil it in the middle. Like they'll like, oh, you're beautiful. You know okay, I want to put this down. I have this guy friend who said this thing to me, and it kind of pained me till now. It was like, we're talking. I was like, oh, I said, I don't know how I started the conversation actually. The next thing is gonna say is that I know you're not like the most beautiful girl in the whole world, but you're beautiful. Like, what the fuck is that? Sorry, I don't get. Like, I don't get. This is still in my bed. Like, I don't get. Please stop fat shaming, please. Please, you can compliment without adding any insult. Like, just be modest. It's not about being it is not about being insultive, but I feel like there's nothing like, oh, I like big girls with big boobs, but you don't have it, or you're beautiful, but I love it when you're like a bit slimmer, or your smiles are not good despite everything. No, please stop doing it, please. It's not good. We hate it. Or comparing us to another place, like, oh, see this girl, she's like beautiful more than you, or oh, I wish you were like this girl, she has this big something. No, please stop doing it. Okay. This one is kind of like, I'm not using it to shame anybody, but things that guys do that girls hate is when they are being unhygienic, like they have like mouth odor. I don't know why. How will you wake up in the morning and I don't think you won't even like smell your breath. Like you can actually know your breath through like clicking your skin, and you deserve about that. Like at least try put on some perf. Not the mouth, like roll on the mouth. We have mouth like hygienic, like not just early about it. This is about it. Take care of your skin. Like take care of your skin. Just right now, guys are using like you have some of this cosmetic that you can use to make you look good. Don't just be like, oh, because I'm a guy or I can't really do this. I don't get. Like please stop wearing like with one t-shirt. Wait, let me talk. You can have two t-shirts and people will know that you have two t-shirts. Of course, you can have by the way you take care of it, by the way you are so hygienic with it. Please stop putting on 3 days boxers, 1 week boxer. No, these are things. I stop using too much of perf. I hate it. Like using too much of body spray. Just gonna shock someone just because you're coming to come and meet me. You spray it up all and down every places and just come and hug me and just shock me. And if your mouth odor, you know, sometimes I remember a guy was talking to me. Actually, you won't believe. Actually, when I was you know, I was just like saying, okay, no. The funniest part is when they wanna bring their mouth to you like this, like try to like get a mouthwash. Like guys for shame girls about, oh, I don't like she's too dirty. But you to take care of yourself. Like take care. Like nowadays, guys are even taking care of their skin. Please do so. Take care of yourself. Your skin can't just look shuku or chaka chaka and think just and you they'll dress anyhow. No, some will even dress, but their skin is just out of the way. Please take care of your skin too, please. Just get a body soap and then a cream or a moisturizer to moisturize your body. Don't be like, because I'm a guy, I just have to just take my bet and go out. Then your skin is looking dry or your lips is looking so sharp, and you think you want to use that lips to come and kiss me. No, it's not good, please. Okay. Another thing that guys do that girls hate is when you turn them down and they start showing attitude. Like that, I hate that kind of thing. Like, see, let me tell you something. You ask a girl out and she told you no, that she's not interested. I don't think you have to start showing this kind of attitude. You start posting to your status like, oh, girls are this, girls are that. Like, even if you ask her out and she said no, I know some guys feel like, oh, I can't be friends with her since what I want she didn't give it to me. But you can still be like this kind of gentleman. Like, even if she texts you or you message her, you don't have to be like being mean or being acting well. You're responsive about it. Like, you send them text message and they won't even bother to reply you back. Or it takes like a very long hour. And the most irritating part is the way the first person to send you I or WhatsApp, and you reply them and they'll take up like 3 hours, even 5 hours for them reply you back. What's when they give like this kind of attitude? Like, you'll be like calling me, blowing up my phone's job, but just because I say no, I'm not like really interested. You don't know, maybe I just like that time I just needed my space. I can't just jump into a relationship. Then the next thing they just do is just like they stop calling you, they stop like when you try to start a conversation with them, they don't really like they start showing this attitude. Yeah, it's attitude. They don't even need to call. If I turn them down, if I turn them down, actually, you know, some guys they have this kind of. The next thing they start posting some ladies on their WhatsApp status, like they be like the love of my life. I'll be like, so you not know that you see this love of my life before you start like testing me like I hate this, I hate it. Like, guys, you need to show me just because a lady told me that. I know how painful it can be. I know how painful it can be, but that doesn't make you to be like cruel. That doesn't make you to be like arrogant like, about it. Be mean, actually. Like, it's not good. It's better you should be hot with the lies, with the truth actually, than being happy with the lies. Like, a guy actually told me, a guy actually asked me out, and when I told him no, I'm not interested, and I was like, oh, maybe in the next. I told him no, and he did not like send me a message again, and I was like, since I don't have anything to do with him, and I just let him go. After like 3 months or like 4 months, and I saw it on his status like he traveled out, and I just reached him like, oh, congratulations. And the next thing is going to, he told me was like, oh, assuming you have accepted me. Then. Now maybe sometimes I was just like, excuse me, sir, like, what are you trying to tell me? Even if you become the president of this Nigeria, in as much I told you no the first time, my answer is still gonna be the same. There's some things that we see in you that we said no for, and you think maybe when you go relation, be like, so, and because that attitude is kind of arrogant. Like, you're telling me like, oh, now that I am this big now, I know you're gonna be regretting it because you turned me down then. Like, I turned you down for a reason then, and that reason doesn't go away. It's still there. So please stop being arrogant about it, please, and stop being like, if you know you actually want this girl or something, please do not do consistency. Do not be too consistent. Do not send her roses. Do not send her flowers. Do not send her this. Then be on as much as the relationship is not like motto, I don't get like formal, yes. Yeah, like don't be taking place. So when they turn you down, you start becoming like you start showing a different character entirely, like different something. You started bringing the real you, the real time you started bringing it. I don't know. Please stop doing that. Things that guys do that girls hate is guys that can't spell or guys that use abbreviation. I don't get. Like, we'll be talking and be like, how are you doing? And they use sticker. The sticker was like this. Like, I don't get. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of person I don't like stickers. I don't tell my friends, like close family, that I don't like sticker. I don't know. Like, let's chat. Stop using like, you wanna tell me I'm coming back later. You use like a CM something. You abbreviate it to a short. I don't like abbreviation. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, can't you spell? Can't, like, they'll tell you happy birthday. They'll use HBD LLMNP. Like, can't you spell? Like, it doesn't take you a long time. No, like, a guy. I might know what a long. No, a guy actually sent me a text message whereby using I've forgotten actually WWED. Sometimes I wasn't like meaning. I used question mark meaning. It was like, I'm going out and I'm gonna be back in Egypt. I was like, you can't you just type that thing down using that kind of application? Like, can't you spell?
Naturally, for me, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Like,
I don't like
you can
it.
spell actually. You can type normal.
You can type
yeah,
normal.
you
Stop
can
using like we be having like serious conversation. Then the next thing you use is sticker. Like you use this kind of dear have something like one like this, one like this. I don't know. Stop doing it, please. It annoys me a lot. Like it's like really turn off for me. I don't know. Please don't do that. Guys do that. Girls hate is guys that likes to argue a lot. Like why, dude? You're not a woman. Actually, I feel like when you're a lady, you're having this kind of argument. You don't need to raise your voice. You're not a woman. It's never about raising your voice. It's about like when a girl talk about mean things, you kind of talk like mean things, but they like to argue about every single thing. Like they, I don't know, guys are like I just hate it. Like when you like to argue when you like argue with someone, you talk like a woman. You feel like no, it's a lie. When a woman start raising their voice, you're not a woman. Please, you're not a woman. Like there's a way you can talk when you're like angry. You can converse like in a very soft-spoken way. I don't get like it is a very turn on for me, and I hate it when guys do this. Like some guys will be like they know how to talk a lot. Like I hate guys that are too talkative. I hate it so much. I hate it a lot. Like and like they're having arguments with you, like testing them, and you keep on responding. Like there's some guys like I don't get like they won't even use voice note for you. Like what do you mean? Like please, you are a man actually. Act like one. You'll be talking about like serious conversation and you see that they're like arguing with you. The next thing they try to bring out something like very mean to get back to you. I don't get like they start bringing out something that's maybe like yeah, that's why you're not beautiful, that's why you have big mouth, that's why you're out crazy. No, not even that alone. Like you've never been in like maybe disagreeing about something and this guy is gonna still like I'm not gonna shut up for you. I'm not gonna like get quiet for you. Exactly. Like they'll be like, I'm not gonna go there for you. Like, no, I'll be the one to win. Like I'll be like, you're a man. You're a man for most of the time. I try telling that guy like, and some guys that keep malice. You know, some guys actually. I always tell guys that keep malice like, the only thing that make you a man is the thing under you. The rest of everybody is like a woman. Like because I always. You be the one to say mean thing, and when the ladies say mean thing, like when we push back to you, you can't take it. You can't take the it. Then the thing you start doing is keep malice. Like you greet them, they don't even answer you. Or I don't get like I hate guys that argue. I hate guys that be like I'm always right. Or I hate guys that be like if you're having. Let me tell you one. Let me give you a tip about ladies. Is that if a lady is like angry at you, or maybe she's saying some bad words to you, if you don't like reply, she kind of be like, oh, what's happening? That means like I'm just talking to myself. I'm just talking to myself. What's happening? Even though you're angry, you have to let her calm down. Like, she'll come back and meet you and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know I've hurt you with my words. But I hate guys when they be like, no, you can't win me. You can't win me this argument. Like you want to what? I have a lot of things to say, like things that guys do that girls do. I think we're gonna be doing another edition with most of our female friends actually, so we can get more. And later we're gonna do about guys to like things girls do that guys hate. So guys, on our YouTube channel, kindly send us an email on beautyandwealth9@gmail.com. Really love to collab with you. Really need a lot of people on our channel. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this our video. If you do, kindly give it a very big thumb up. We keep repeating it. Please give it a very big thumb up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, you don't need to pay before you subscribe to our channel. You're not paying because some people actually think you're going to pay. You're not paying a dime actually. You're not paying anything. You're just like you just love us. I know a lot of people actually love me, my twin sister. Yeah, we don't have a lot of. We have 133 subscribers, and our views is not that much, but we'll keep doing it. Like I know that one day you guys will keep on watching our videos. So guys, please kindly subscribe and please turn on your post notification. You can see that small bell there. Just turn it off so that anytime we upload a new video, you can get notified. Even when you're not on YouTube, you get notified if they posted another new video. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. We love you. Adios.